This is the Cougar Football Preview. Brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Down here in the desert, we're in Arizona Stadium in Tucson. It's Washington State, ranked 15th in the country, to take on the Wildcats. And Khalil Tate, the running QB for Arizona, had the greatest quarterback rushing game in FBS history 3 weeks ago. He can really take off. That's got to be one of the keys, right?
Yeah, it's the first key, Chaz, is stop Tate. We have to contain him and what he is doing. As a quarterback, he's averaging 13.9 yards per carry. When you look at that, that is absolutely ridiculous. As they go, not only Tate, but their entire offense as a rushing offense. They're number one in the pack rushing offense, 342 yards per game, number 4 in the country. And they're averaging 7.7 yards per carry, which is number 2 in the country. So not only just Tate, but stopping that run completely. That is absolutely got to be the number one thing that Alex Grinch and his defense has to do.
And there are two different ways that teams run the ball. One of them is with consistency. The other is the big explosive play, and that also can feed into play action and all kinds of stuff, right?
And that's number 2, Chaz. Limit their explosive plays. Keep them explosive less. And when you look at that, they have 9 touchdowns of 50-plus yards. That is absolutely ridiculous. You have Tate with 5 of those touchdowns of 50-plus yards. They have 28 plays of 30-plus yards, which is number 3 in the country. So when you look at that, they're going to be a big home run hitting team. They're going to try to get that big play, and if we can go in and limit that big play, control their rushing, that's going to be a big part of the Cougs having success.
Now, conversely, last year, you want to talk about Khalil Tate's big rushing game 3 weeks ago. Last year, Luke Falk and Tyler Hilinski combined for one of the great passing games in college football history.
They did, 47 of 52 for 474 yards and 6 touchdowns. That is one of the highest percentage games and more efficient games you'll ever see.
Luke Falk set a record
in passing.
91%. That's the record for 30-plus attempts.
Unbelievable from what he did. And then Tyler Hilinski stepping in as well, too. So for us to continue to push that ball in the air, use the air in the air raid, and keep that ball going through the air. Arizona right now is number 10 in the conference for pass defense. 257 yards, 4th lowest, but they only allowed 8 touchdowns, which is 4th lowest in the Pac-12. So when you look at it, the matchup is very favorable in our side of being able to go out there and throw the ball down the field. They play a very soft defense. They're not going to blitz them very much, only on 3rd and short. So if Luke Falk can go out there and use that air in the air raid, put that ball, get it to his big receivers down the field, I think Washington State would be more than just fine.
We're in the desert in Tucson. 15th ranked Washington State takes on Arizona. Game 6:30 tonight.
This has been the Cougar Football Preview. Brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.